Imagine, if you will, a bookstore with a smell of peppermint. Imagine a bakery with the bread freshly coming out of the oven, really, really golden and crispy and warm and delicious. Imagine a flower garden out in the field or in your local house. Making corn dollies, making corn ornaments. And something closer to home, imagine cooking out in the backyard, making kebabs. Well, these are all things you can do on August 1st, because August 1st is known as Lammas or Lammas. And in this episode of the Cosmic Sky Podcast, this is a non-astrological episode, but this is a spiritual episode because this is a spiritual holiday. I'm going to be discussing the celebration in a little bit of depth for you to give a background, because we are approaching that time, August 1st. And so in this very, very short, lighter episode, I'm going to be talking about Lammas. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the monthly horoscope for August, and I'm going to be doing the 12 sign reading for August on the 31st. So anyway, I thought I might start out with this. So the celebration of Lammas occurs on August 1st. This is a time to give thanks. This is a time to give thanks for all of the blessings of the earth, because the earth gives us a lot of blessings. Think about all the blessings that the earth gives. Food, water, the bird's song, the beautiful wind echoing through the trees when you wake up in the morning, the beautiful sunlight shining through your window. Remember, when you thank God, thank you for the birds that sing, thank you for everything. Thank you for the food we eat. Like that prayer is something that I used to speak, used to recite before bed. So, I used to say that. And and the earth has many blessings. Plants, squash blossoms, if you ever prepare those in the kitchen, if you ever fry them or put batter on them or whatever you do, fill them, stuff them. All the food, all the vegetables, all the fruits, all the grains, and all of the beauty that nature has to provide. All the beautiful flowers, the bees. Let's thank the bees. I saw a movie about bees, and I am terrified of bees, the buzzing and the stinging most of all. But bees really do a lot for us. Now, wasps, I wish flies didn't exist. Probably wasps wouldn't exist either, but those wasps are much worse. But bees are so useful because they pollinate flowers. They create the honey that is necessary for the maiden one. They create the honey that is necessary for for us eating that honey. bees create the wonderful, beautiful things of life. Bees make the flowers possible. They add pollen to the flowers. They pollinate them, or however the process of pollination works. I'm not an expert on it, but bees give us honey to put on our toast to sweeten up our Indian food when we're eating in an Indian restaurant and we get so spicy in our mouth, we get a spoonful of honey, we enjoy that. So bees can also be a blessing. All the land, all the sea, like that song, God Bless America. And I remember Norma Summer. I used to be really, really into Norma Summer when I was into Lawrence Welk show. And she sang that song, and it was so beautiful. So, she is known as the Champagne Lady, what was known as the Champagne Lady in the Lawrence Welk show. And I really, really admired her for a long time, especially in 2013 when I was just 9 years old. I really was into her a lot. It's kind of telling you who I was at the time. And I'm a different person now, but anyway, I still remember that. So it's time to give thanks to what the earth can provide. It's time to say thank you. It's time to say thank you to all the beautiful things in the earth. All the beautiful blessings that make us possible for us in our lives. All those wonderful things. Can we be thankful for even the simplest things, even the simple pleasures of life? The beautiful running water. The clothes that we're wearing. Being able to put our feet on the grass, being able to regulate our nervous system. Did a video about that yesterday in my Really podcast about regulating your nervous system. Getting out in nature and with the earth can help you do that. It's great to get outside during this time. During the celebration of Lammas, I would highly encourage you to get some fresh air, to connect with Mother Nature, to connect with Mother Earth and all of her bounty. Getting outside can really, really help you out a lot. Because getting outside can really, really support you when it comes to feeling content about yourself, feeling good about yourself, feeling grounded. Getting outside can calm you. It can really, really reset you and ground you. Getting outside, connecting with Mother Nature, just looking up at the trees. You're in nature when you connect to the trees. Look at the flowers. Feel everything around you. Feel the grass, all the sensual pleasures. It's summertime, so get outside. You may be almost shirtless because it's so hot in the northern hemisphere. Around this time of year, wear a lot of sleeveless shirts that I'm currently wearing right now. But can you get outside? Sit outside, feel the breeze, just be in Mother Nature. meditate in Mother Nature, take a walk outside in Mother Nature. Now, llamas, not llamas, we're not talking about the animal here, but llamas, this celebration, this Sabbath, comes from the English word loaf mass, which is about bread. This holiday is about bread. This is all about what we're talking about, bread here. We're talking about buying bread. We're talking about making bread. We're talking about selling it. We're talking about enjoying the nice, rich loaves of bread. The nice, meaty, hearty loaves of bread that we can bake, and we can go to bakeries. We can enjoy it in that way. Now, during this time, the sun will lose its light a little bit. At this time, the sun will become less bright in the sky. This is in between Litha and Mabon. This is the midsummer celebration. The sun's in Leo. So we're meant to be confident. We're meant to be expressive. We're meant to be heart-centered. We're meant to be loving of ourselves. We're meant to be generous. We're meant to believe in ourselves and have confidence in ourselves. We're meant to appreciate the light of who we are. We're meant to share that light with the world. We're meant to honor that light with the world. We're meant to bask in that light. We're meant to express our heart's joy. We're meant to express our heart's creativity. It is Leo season. So I'm not going to go through the astrology of August 1st. But the sun begins to wane at this time. The sun will lose its light, and the days will become shorter as we transition into fall. As we get closer towards fall, the days will become shorter. The sun will not be as high in the sky, it won't be as warm. So, we will experience more night. The weather will begin to cool down. That's kind of what happens. This is time to pause and reflect. This is a time to stop time during this holiday of Lammas. Maybe I'll do all the Sabbaths, I don't know. But this holiday of Lammas is about pausing and reflecting. Stopping all the work, stopping slaving away, stopping at the desk with the taxes and the Epstein files and the hard work and the laboring away, laboring intensive with what you're doing. It's time to just stop. Time to get quiet. It's time to pause. Your business, your work especially. Now Saturn's retrograde. This is a cosmic pause. Saturn retrograde is a time to stop with whatever you're doing. It's not a time to work so hard and slave away and push so hard for long-term goals. Saturn's about long-term goals and discipline and effort and becoming achieving a lot of things and becoming self-mastery. But Saturn retrograde is a time to pause and reflect on where you put in the work and reflect on what is actually worth committing to, and not just slave away and work so hard, but looking at what is sustainable and what isn't in your life, and really getting rigorously honest with yourself about that, and not being afraid to. So, Saturn's retrograde. Saturn retrograde can create that stopping point. And during this time of year, every year Saturn is retrograde. I think next year it will not be retrograde on August 1st. It will still be in direct motion, I do believe. But this year Saturn's retrograde in the sign of Aries. And the sign of Aries wants to just go, and it works so hard, and just be very impulsive, be very direct, be very driven, go at something very directly. That's what Aries energy does. And so Saturn in Aries teaches the importance of delayed gratification. Aries just wants to go, works, make something happen, chase something down, go after what you want. Saturn's like, no, it takes time. One step at a time. It takes discipline, it takes patience. And Saturn is really about the principle of maturity. What would you do if you were fully mature as an individual? If you loved yourself, then you wouldn't be, rushing and thinking that, oh, I don't have enough time, so I have to rush and push so hard. But loving yourself can actually mean taking care of your body and your mental well-being by allowing yourself to slow down and take your time with life. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the slow movement of things. Enjoy taking your time. Enjoying what it actually means to go at it one step at a time. Enjoying the experience of it, living in embodied ways. So whatever you're doing during this celebration, I invite you to just stop. Connect with nature, connect with yourself. It's a great time to connect with yourself, really getting honest with yourself about where do I need to stop working so hard? Where do I need to just relax? Just be with myself. Maybe take a day off work, maybe meditate. Well, it is Saturday on August 1st. August 1st is a Saturday, so it's a weekend day, so stopping the work, stopping the daily wash day of, because my mom typically, goes to the store and does all the house chores on that day or whatever. Time to stop. It's just time to stop everything and review your life. Of what you need to look at. What needs reevaluating. So what do you want to continue to do in your life? What do you want to do more of? I want to ask you this question very deeply. What do you want to do more of? What is that activity that you really love? That you really enjoy? You're like, I want more of this, please. Can I have more of this? What is that activity that you really enjoy doing? That you really get a lot of pleasure out of doing? What is that activity? that you just want to do more of, that's fulfilling to you, that's worth it to you, it's a good use of your time and energy, it feels good to you. It feels stabilizing, it feels grounding, it feels exciting, it feels stimulating, it feels meaningful for you. Whatever it is, increase it. And if there's something that just is not fulfilling, as a waste of your time, just leaves you feeling depleted or drained or exhausted, or your vibration is lower because of that activity, and it's not serving you in whatever way it's not serving you, mentally, physically, emotionally, in whichever area of life it's not serving of you, your relationships, your work, your inheritance, your social groups, your family, home, life, whatever area of life, and however it's not helping you, evaluating and getting honest with yourself. What do I need to leave behind? What do I need to leave behind? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to stop doing? What's not working for me in my life? It is about getting really, really serious about that and honest with yourself about that. Now, this holiday is associated with bread, a lot of bread. You could be making bakery loaves of bread. It's the holiday that celebrates the bread and the grain. So it's a great time to bake bread. Bake some bread. The opposite holiday is Imbolc, and at that holiday you make rosemary bread. So baking a nice loaf of bread, making some tapenade, or some bruschetta, or panzanella salad, which is a bread salad, or putting it in soups, or doing all those kind of things with bread. Or just putting some butter on it. Or just dipping it in olive oil. Oh, that sounds so good right now. Am I making you hungry right now? Yeah, so this is a good time to eat bread, bake it, enjoy the process of making the dough, kneading it, putting the flour in there, getting your hands in there, and really, really experiencing that embodied feeling of being in the kitchen and getting your hands in there and making the bread, baking it. And that sensual, warm feeling coming out of the kitchen, that's that warm, delicious smell of the bread baking in the oven, and then you get it and you enjoy it. Cut into it, put butter on it, and enjoy it like that. Toast it, bake it in the oven, or whatever you do. Garlic bread, maybe. But this is a great time to bake bread. It's also a good time to pick fruit. And the thing with picking fruit that I want to talk to you about is picking fruit that is in season. I know a cook on YouTube that I follow. I do have to admit I'm kind of jealous of, I have to say, but he was talking about how he's in Italy right now, and the fruits and vegetables that they use and that they cook that are available in the markets is whatever is in season. They use whatever is in season. So pick the fruits that are in season, that are worthy of the season, like summertime, say for the cyclospora thing going on right now, that outbreak with the vegetables and everything like that. But just put that aside. The fruits and vegetables of the season, the peaches, the cherries, the tomatoes, the raspberries, the strawberries, with all those things, picking them in your garden. It's a good time if you have any tomatoes that you planted like way back in March or spring. Maybe those are coming up now. Maybe those are being harvested now, where you can enjoy them. Maybe you can cook with them, make tomato soup or tomato salad, or bruschetta, as I said again, with fresh tomatoes. Like keeping the treatment simple with these ingredients, not overcomplicating the ingredient. Not putting so much stuff and bells and whistles on it, but really, really keeping it simple and enjoying the integrity and the freshness and the deliciousness of that ingredient. So the picking fruits of the season in your garden that you planted, before maybe growing them. But I'll talk about that a little bit later. Or at a farm stand, picking fresh corn. I know that corn, and I live in Iowa right now, and corn comes in season right now. This delicious sweet corn. You just put butter on, and I just typically put butter on it, and then I roll the corn in the butter because the butter just falls out of the corn. I have to roll in there. So you pick fresh corn or fresh fruits and vegetables at a farm stand. And already it's making me very, very thirsty right now. So, really, really making the most of those fruits and vegetables. Enjoying them on their own or cooking with them. Another thing to do during this time is go out in nature. Enjoy the beauty of Mother Nature. If you have a garden, go enjoy that garden. If you have flowers, we'll talk about that later. But go out in a forest, walk in the forest, walk on a trail, potentially walk in the forest, look up at the sky, see the beautiful sky, put bare feet on the grass, and just be present with life. I think that getting out of nature really, really resets your nervous system so much. It really, really brings you into a state of calm. Doesn't completely, eliminate your anxiety, but your energy changes. It's more calm. It's more grounded. So can you reflect? Reflecting on how powerful and strong you are as a person, because you are a powerful co-creator of your life. You are powerful. You have a lot of power and strength. And look at how you've cared for your community, your local town. Look at what you've done with them, for them. Look at how you've served. Look at how you've contributed. Maybe giving help to a neighbor. Maybe supporting a charity. Maybe supporting a local small business. Maybe whatever your profession or job is, serving those people. However you've contributed, acknowledge that. Give yourself a pat on the back for that. Another thing is practicing gratitude. One of the things that I was reading was writing a list of all the things that you're grateful for. And gratitude is, I was watching a reel about this from a lady I follow on Instagram. I think Dr. or something Lee on Instagram. I have to find the account. But I really, really like her a lot. Very, very frank, very just very, very empowering, and just really, really gently honest and transparent, which I really, really like that about her. She's real and authentic. So gratitude is not expecting everything to be perfect when things get to a certain condition, when things get to a certain way, when things get a certain way, when everything is in a certain state of being, when the conditions are perfect, when everything is better. But it's about feeling happy with what you have right now before things get better, feeling happy with what you have in the moment. And I feel grateful for what I have. Whatever situation I'm going through in my life, doesn't matter. Feeling grateful for what I have right now, for what I've accomplished right now, for what I have gained right now, that I feel grateful. It's a mindset shift. It can really, really help your happiness, your sense of happiness and well-being. So write down or talk about or do audio recording even of all the things that you're grateful for during this time. Is another way to celebrate this holiday on August 1st, August 2nd, somewhere around there. Practicing gratitude, saying thank you, saying the affirmation thank you. One of the things that you can do is say thank you, thank you, thank you to all the blessings, to spirit, to the divine, with whatever's going on with you in that way. So you can practice gratitude. And it really, really makes you feel more calm, makes you feel more grounded, makes you feel more abundant, and it makes you feel more joyful and happier. That's what it really does. It's a higher state of being. Then decorate your life with flowers. Pick some nice flowers and put them in your garden, or maybe spruce up your house, or do some spring cleaning, so to speak, even though we're in summertime. Maybe paint your walls a different color with fair and ball, or Designum more paint. There's the two types of paint. You can paint your house, you can paint your pictures up in the wall, like really, really make your space very, very decorative and very, very vivid and very, very beautiful, like really, really taking care of your surroundings in that way. Decorating your life with flowers, maybe putting some nice flowers in your house. That can be another way to add some beauty to your life. And then taking seeds for your garden, taking seeds from your garden. Planting the seeds for the future. And this is a good time to set intentions. What do you intend? The moon is waning now. We're approaching the new moon solar eclipse on August 12th. So now is the time to plant seeds for the future. Plant your intentions with what do you want to manifest? What kind of like at a new moon? What do you want to plant in terms of your future? In terms of where you want to go? In terms of what you want to intend for the future, what you want to, what you want to experience for the future. Planting seeds. Also, and these are seeds of intention. What do you want to manifest in the coming months? As the weather gets colder, what do you want to manifest for the rest of the summer until Mabon, leading into coming to the fall? or over the next year even. There could be another way to celebrate this sacred holiday. If you so wish to celebrate, all these are invitations. These are not like, oh, you must do this. So what do you want? And plant those seeds. Now this holiday gets its name from the goddess Demeter. And Demeter is the ancient Greek goddess that represents the corn coming from the harvest. It represents the corn being harvested. Sacred corn that it's known as maize, that can be used in preparations. And Persephone, which is, another goddess, represents the grain being harvested. Where it goes away in winter. The seeds, just, remember in winter how the flowers stop and everything dies away, and all the life and all the greenery on the tree just dies away. And then in springtime, everything comes back. The buds start sprouting, the tree, the flowers come up, and everything comes from that, that soil, and it comes up. So, this is a wonderful thing, and so really will celebrate the grain. Now, this looks at field harvest. It's a card from the Lammas Oracle, the Seasons of the Witch Oracle. I'll probably be using it. And that's another way to celebrate it, is to use that Oracle deck, of which I have all the Seasons of the Witch Oracles. It's the field harvest. If the harvest has failed, if the crops have failed, if you have, really, really suffered with, what you're doing when it comes to all this kind of thing. So if if you've failed to harvest, if the harvest is really, really not worked out, like the plants didn't rise up of the soil, everything didn't get sprouted up, nothing grew as it was meant to, the plants didn't grow and harvest in the way that they were supposed to, then it's okay to acknowledge it. It's okay. But this is a time of harvest, so celebrating the grains being harvested. We're really making the most of that. Now, in ancient times, in pagan traditions, there could have been undelivered bread. The bread could have been left at the market. The bread could have been left unmade or left in the bakery, and the grain would have remained out in the crops. And the people would, not be able to get their food at the market and starve. They would typically starve, and they would suffer because of the failed crops and the failed growing of things. Before Lammas. So people would starve and not be able to get their food. Not being able to get the crops that they needed, not being able to enjoy the bounty of the earth and be nourished in their bodies. So there's changes in earth energies. There's changes in the earth energies. The seasons changing, everything like that. The energy frequency changing. We are approaching the Lionsgate portal, which I'll do another video about. The Lionsgate portal, I want to make a recorded episode on the Lionsgate portal because it's really, really a spiritual holiday to really look at. Exact on August 8th. The portal is July 26th through August 8th. Or August 12th, really. And we are part of the changes of the energies. We are co-creators of our life. We are emissaries of that. We are emissaries of the divine. We are a part of the energy changing. We can work with the energy changes. We can work with the seasonal changes. We can work with the earth changes. We can flow with these changes. And we are part of it. We are included in it. We are not separate from all these earth changes that are going on with the with the galactic things going on, with what Heather Ensworth is talking about, with the and Pam Gregory is talking about. So there are quarters and cross-quarter celebrations of the year. And I want to talk about those real quick. So the quarters include March March 20th, which is Ostara, June 20th, which is Litha, September 22nd, which is Mabon, the beginning of fall. Litha is the beginning of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. Ostara is the beginning of spring in the Northern Hemisphere. And Yule is December 21st, which is the beginning of winter. So we have those. And then we have the cross quarters, which are in between these seasonal changes, between the annular changes, between those, which are Imbolc, which is February 1st, Beltane, May 1st, Lammas, August 1st, of course, and then Samhain is October 31st, November 1st, something like that, November 2nd, like basically the Day of the Dead in Mexico. They celebrate the dying and they have all those types of festivals. You see the Book of Life movie, all those things. They all represent the turning periods of the year. And I recommend this album. If you go on Spotify, if you look up, let me just look it up here. Beltane's song. Let me just look up. This song, this album called Circle of the Seasons, they have all the holidays listed out. You can go listen to this album. I won't be linking it in the description because I don't link things, but all the seasons and celebrations are listed out. It's the turning of the year. And all these festivals are influenced by folklore, ancient philosophies, ancient belief system, ancient customs and traditions. Pagans are an example of a group who stopped time and celebrated these festivals. Some traditions honor certain gods, and some traditions honor the Celtic god Lugh, which the holiday is celebrated Lughnasadh. That is another name for Lammas. And the Celtic god Lugh has to do with blacksmith. It can have to do with making tools, making things to be designed, things to be used for a certain purpose, wheel making, or weapons for war, guns, pistols, spears, or whatever you use to fight. It's about crafting them, it's about designing them, so it's a good time to acknowledge that. Traditionally, pagans made breads and cakes, typically flour, basically, with grain, all those things like that, with grain to create the cakes. They may have a circle where they say words of thanks and affirmation. They say have rituals where they give thanks to the earth, maybe have a fire going on while they're doing that, and then they enjoy a feast of bread and wine with everyone, and they enjoy that sacred feast. Enjoying, because they're just celebrating the bread. So and then the Lammas Oracle deck is available, Seasons of the Witch. You can purchase it on Amazon. I just happen to have it, but if you don't have it, then you can always get it. It's a beautiful deck. I love all the Seasons of the Witch Oracle decks. They are all very, very good quality decks. They're all numbered. They're all alphabetical. The images are so comforting and so warm. And I love that there's a series of decks honoring the sacred, festivals of the year, seasonal decks. And I really, really enjoy working with that. And I think that I will get that deck out. And I can't wait to use it. I can't wait to use more of my Oracle decks when I get back home. So, anyway, thought that I might just make this episode on Lammas. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you found some value from it. I hope that you gained some insight into what this holiday and celebration is about. I will see you back tomorrow discussing the astrology of August. For the month of August, I'll be doing the monthly overview of the astrology going on, and then July 31st is when I'll be giving you your 12 sign readings, going through what all 12 signs need to know for the month of August to navigate the month with the most ease and grace and self-awareness, and how they can grow the most during this month. So I'll see you back for those episodes upcoming. Not as many 12 sign videos coming up in August, more general videos, because there's not as much astrology going on, but there'll be several of them coming up. And so I'll be recording those, and so those episodes will be coming to your neighborhood very, very soon. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I will see you in the next episode of the Cosmic Sky Podcast, which is not only about astrology, but so much more as well. Okay, I love you all, and take care. Bye for now.